Welcome back, everybody, to Robots versus Humans. Now, if you're seeing the footage on your screen right now, you might be a little bit confused as to why I'm making a video, a whole ass video on a game that's seemingly, at the first glance, just a regular build to survive game from like 2016, right? And well, the reason I'm making this video is because this game is anything but that. And in my opinion, it is really, really cool and really, really fun. So, this game right here that you're seeing is called Robots vs. Humans. And today, I just kind of want to give it a shout out and gush about all the things that I think make it special, and talk about all the things that I think this game did really, really well. Because to me, it is pretty special, man. I think this is one of the most fun games I ever played on Roblox. It's not super grindy. It's just silly. It's just silly fun, really. It's just silly fun. But yeah, anyways, this game is Robots vs. Humans, and it's pretty much a build to survive game. If you guys have ever played like build to survive the fucking NPCs, or build to survive this, or build to survive that, it's pretty much one of those build to survive games, right? But what's especially cool about this one, in my opinion, is that it's genuinely kind of a difficult game, and yet it's still pretty well balanced. Because this game, unlike many of the other Build to Survive games, well, in many of the other Build to Survive games that I've played personally, you are always on the human team, right? You're always the survivor. And you have to defend yourself from like a bunch of NPCs that like run at you and like try to destroy whatever the hell you just built, right? However, in this game, the people that are in your server get split up into either being on the survivors team when the round starts, or being on the robots team when the round starts, right? And depending on which team they're on, well, it doesn't actually matter which team they're on. Basically, they're going to try to kill each other, right? And if you're a human, for example, and you're playing with a regular difficulty in normal mode, your only goal is to survive for like 6 minutes during nighttime. Survive all the robots, try not to get blown up. And if you survive 6 minutes, then GG, you won that round. But if you're a robot, then you have a wide arsenal of like different kinds of robots that you can use in order to try to take down those humans. And if you take them all down, then you're the winner. And these robots range from anything like the floater robot, which has balloons and it can float up to high places so that, the humans can just camp on like a cliff or something, or like on a high place to avoid everything. Or for example, there's the climber robot, which can climb up buildings. Or there's like the cluster bomb robot, which when it explodes, it also throws out like 8 smaller bombs that also explode. And it's like really good for destroying buildings. And then there's like the regular robot, which does like high damage, And there are a bunch of different robots you can use and a bunch of different tactics you can use if you're a robot. But if you're a human, you also have plenty of different tactics that you can use in order to try and survive. Because other than just having like blocks like wooden planks or obsidian or fucking iron or whatever, other than just having blocks that all have like different blast resistances and different levels of strength, you also have a lot of blocks that essentially act as like traps, or like really good support / offensive tools for your little arsenal, right? If you're a human, obviously you can like put on, you can go in the shop and like buy whichever armor you want from the money that you won during all your games, and all these armors have like different side effects. Some give high damage, some make you move fast, some like give you more money per kill or whatever. And these armors all happily survive, right? And you can also make your loadouts out of a bunch of different weapons in the game. You can have like up to, I don't know, I think it's 4. Like, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I think it's up to 4 weapons that you can have at once in the game in your loadout, and you can all use them to strike against the robots. But other than just weapons and armor, you also have like a bunch of these trap / support blocks, as I mentioned. So, for example, you have like the cactus block, which, if the robots run to the cactus block, they'll be like pricked a little bit. And, if they get pricked and someone else kills that robot, then you will get like a little bit of assist money. Or, for example, you can place down crossbows or turrets, which damage robots. Obviously, turrets are a lot better. Again, the crossbow block is mostly used to get those assists, because it only shoots like one bolt every like, I don't know, 5 seconds or something. It's like super super slow. So it's mostly just used for people to for like new players to get assists, because you know, if the bow if the crossbow block shoots an enemy and someone else kills that enemy, they'll get like a little commission, I guess. Um, and that mostly also goes for the turret block, because even though it shoots a lot faster and does more damage, again, it's mostly used for assists, and you know, maybe it can be used to like make the robot slightly weaker before they get to you, so you can kill them easier, so they don't blow up in your face, right? But other than the turret blocks, you also have something like the cactus blocks, as I mentioned. You also have TNT blocks, which you can place down, and if a robot trips on them, they'll like immediately blow up, and you'll get a kill. You also have like the grass, or no, I don't think it's grass. I think it's a bush block. That's what it's called. The bush block, which you can place down, and robots can phase through it. Robots can phase through it. So, like for example, you can set up a trap where you make a bridge over water, and you make it out of like bushes mostly, and you place like a few magma blocks, or not magma blocks, cactus blocks on at the start and the end of the track, so the robot might think that it's like completely safe and sound to cross that bridge. But once they get past the cactus blocks and they step onto the bush blocks, they just fall into the void and you get a kill. So, anyways, the point is, there's like a lot of these blocks that you can use to set up traps for the robots, or you know, help your team you know, defend against them, because like some blocks slow down the robot, some blocks are just really tough, some blocks deal damage to the robot, some blocks just outright kill the robots, you know, and it's all pretty cool. There's also like rotator blocks, where you can make like rotating machines to like smack the robots off the map. There's hinges, you can make elevators in the game. There's a lot of tech, right? And I think that's like all really, really cool in the game. I've been having a lot of fun just like building and experimenting with different blocks in this game, which is pretty tough for me to say, you know, for a build to survive game, because I'm not really a big fan of build to survive games, right? Like the last one I played was like when I was 12, right? When I was 12, that's like the last time that I seriously played a build to survive game. But this one is like genuinely really fun, because again, as I said, unlike in other build to survive games where you just kind of like spam around the toughest block you got, in this game you can actually like form some strategies and like utilize all sorts of different blocks of all kind, and you know, come up with strategies to like take the bots down more effectively or get more assists or whatever. And whether you're on the robot side or on the human side, there's just a lot of tech and a lot of strategies you can utilize in order to get your victory, I suppose. But another thing I really like about this game is, and I guess the last thing I want to mention about this game that I really like, and that sets it apart from the other games, or the Build to Survive games, is its secret weapons. And oh man, the secret weapons in this game are really fun to get, and I hope we get more of them in the future. I think we will, we probably will. But yeah, the secret weapons in this game are really fun to get. Currently, we have 4 secret weapons. We have the gift launcher, the ice shuriken, the mace, and the sword. And first I'm going to talk about the mace and the sword, and then I'm going to talk about the gift launcher and the shurikens. So for the mace and the sword, for the mace, for example, first of all, if you want to get the mace, it's a secret weapon, so you have to do a little bit of a puzzle in order to get it. And the puzzle is going to the plains biome and having everybody in your lobby being level 20. They all have to be level 20. And if everybody in your lobby is a level 20, then I'm showing a picture on the screen right now. Inside of this a little back wall of this map called Plains. If you go to this Plains map and go to this back wall that I'm showing right now, and everybody in your server is level 20, then you will be able to jump down into that back wall and like walk inside of that dirt wall, that back dirt wall. And inside of that dirt wall, there will be like a little obby that you have to do like over lava, and then at the end you will see like 2 stone tablets that each have 6 buttons each, and you will have to input a code on each one of those tablets in order to pass through and get your mace. And in order to get the mace, you have to be on the humans team, and also 3 minutes has to pass before you jump down, because if you jump down immediately, then into the dirt wall, then the wall won't be open and you'll just fall down and die. and you won't be on the humans team anymore. You'll be on the robots team, and you won't be able to get the mace anymore. But if you do wait for 3 minutes, then the wall will open down there, and you can just jump in, do the parkour, and then put the 2 codes on the 2 tablets. And these codes are completely randomized, and so you just have to kind of guess what the codes are. They're not too hard to guess, in my opinion. I only failed at guessing them once, and then on the second try, I managed to get both the codes in like 10 seconds. Yeah, once you input the 2 codes, the door, like the little dirt wall in front of you will open. It's going to be another dirt wall that opens. And inside of it, there will be the mace. And only one person can get the mace on each map, right? So, for example, if you open that wall, you better hurry up and get that mace. Click on it, because only one person will be able to get it. And then, yeah, after you get the mace, you can get the sword as well. Well, actually, you don't have to get them in order. You can get them in whichever order you want, right? You can get the sword first, you can get the mace first. But the point is, that if you want to get the sword, you have to go to this wall right here on the ravines map that I'm showing on the screen right now. And you have to, and by the way, this image that I'm showing on the screen is a little bit funny, because I actually really wanted to get the sword like a couple days ago, and I was investigating on the Discord server how to get it, and some person just drew this cute little image for me, and it was a cute interaction, so I had to pop it in this video. But anyways, yeah, if you want to get the sword, you want to go to this wall on the ravines map, and you want to, if you're in a big server, you just have to wait for a certain amount of time before the wall opens, and then you'll just be able to like walk in the wall and grab the sword. If you're on a small server, then you specifically have to be the last human standing, the last person alive, and then you'll be able to walk inside and grab the sword. So if you're trying to grab the sword and you're not sure like whether your server is considered to be a big size or a small size, I just suggest camping next to that wall for the game and waiting there until the wall opens, and you'll just be able to walk in and grab the sword. And again, if you want to grab the sword, you have to be on the human team. Robots can walk in there whenever they want, but they won't be able to pick up the sword, so you have to be a human in order to pick it up. And again, just like with a mace, only one person can pick up the sword, so, as soon as that door opens, you better read it first, right? Hey everyone, it's Editor EXO here, and Real-Time EXO said that he was gonna talk about the first 2 secret weapons first, and then he was gonna talk about the use cases for the weapons. But then he just decided to completely forget to talk about the use cases for the weapons. So that's what I'm here to do. So first of all, let's talk about the mace, right? The mace is a melee weapon, and even though it's a melee weapon, which means that you have to get close to the robots, which means that you're more likely to get a robot to blow up in your face, the mace weapon is actually really, really powerful if you can aim it well. And that's the thing, you have to aim it well. Because if you don't aim it well, then you will end up whiffing like 3 shots and get insta-killed, and it will be pretty embarrassing. But if you can aim it well, then you can... its use case is mostly to just be like a panic weapon. So, like, I don't know, for example, at the start of your combat encounter with a robot, you'll just like torch them with a flamethrower, and then if they get too close to you, whip out the mace, and you'll smack them in the head. And then since the mace does like a lot, by far the most knockback damage out of any weapon in the game, then that robot will get sent flying into the void if he gets hit. And in my opinion, there's nothing more satisfying than just landing a perfect mace bonk on a robot and just launching him straight into a lake or straight into the ocean. In my opinion, it's probably the most satisfying way of killing robots. And that's what the mace does usually, and it also does pretty high damage. So you can genuinely use it to kill robots. However, if you actually want to kill robots and you don't have like fucking $50,000 to max out every single side of the mace, you can use the sword, which is a cheaper option because it only costs like a few thousand dollars in order to max, right? And if you max it out, then Well, its use case is to set robots on fire and also deal high damage. It's another one of those melee weapons, so it means like you got to get close to robots and everything like that in order to actually damage them. Once you get close to a robot and you manage to hit him with the sword can stun the robot, and then the robot won't be able to like run around or move or escape your shots. So you can just like keep smacking him with the sword until you kill him, and you can kill the robots before their fuse time expires and they blow up in your face, right? And yeah, I think both these weapons are just really, really fun because they're some of the most reliable stun and knockback weapons in the game. And they're genuinely actually the most powerful stun and knockback weapons in the game. And I think they're really, really good, really, really well used as panic weapons when a robot just accidentally happens to get a little too close to you. So yeah, that's really all I want to say. But anyways, back to real time XO. But yeah, that's how you get those two secret weapons. And by the way, before I end off this segment, I want to give a huge, huge, huge shout out to this guy right here showing on the screen. He has a bit of a messy username, but I'm gonna give him a huge shout out. If you see him in the game, tell him that his haircut looks nice or something, or like compliment his hat or his drip or something like that. Because this guy right here, without this guy, I would have never gotten these secret weapons because he helped me out massively, and he just completely did it out of the goodness of his own heart. He already had both the weapons, so he had no incentive to help me, and he just decided to do it anyway because he just wanted to help. It's really as simple as that. So huge shout out to him. Without him, I probably would have never gotten these weapons. Or well, probably not never, but it would have taken me like a couple extra days to a week to get these weapons, right? So yeah, huge shout out to this guy, and yeah, go say hi to him, right? But yeah, anyways, that's how you get the first two secret weapons, the mace and sword. And the other two secret weapons, which are the gift launcher and the ice shurikens, you can get them by well, if you want to get them, you'll have to wait for an event. And while we're on the topic of the events in this game, by the way, I just want to give a huge shout out to this game for finally doing events right. The only other game I've seen do events right is Bloons Tower Defense 6. And then this game dropped, and it also started doing events right. And what I mean by that, by the way, is the fact that in Robots versus Humans, events like Nuclear Winter event, which is currently going on right now, this instant, if you saw the start of my video, there was like a little live event that played, and people, a nuke dropped and a nuclear winter started, which is like a pretty great live event. And, I'm not gonna lie, for the first live event of the entire game, that was pretty great in my opinion, and it was a great fake out because at first everybody thought that the developer of the game was just dropping a nuke on everyone for the live event, and that was it, and there was nothing else to it. And so everyone was disappointed because nukes are like a regular feature in the game. So everyone was disappointed, and then like when the smoke cleared and when people started seeing through the fire of the nuclear bomb, they realized that everything is coated in ice, and then people started getting really, really hyped. But yeah, anyways, as I was saying, if you want to get the ice shurikens and the gift launcher, you have to wait for this nuclear winter event. It's currently going on right now, so if you start playing the game right now, you still have a chance to get these weapons. And you can get them by either just paying a high price for them or completing some pretty hard quests in order to get them. But if you don't get them this event, if you don't get them during this nuclear winter event, then you can just get them during the next nuclear winter event. Because in this game, events are not a one and done kind of deal, like in Tower Defense Simulator, for example, where like if an event happens, it will just never happen again. And if you're a new player, you can just go screw yourself because you're never going to get that event stuff, right? You're never going to get those event items. In this game, events kind of like cycle, I guess. So like this nuclear winter event will happen right now, and then might happen like 8 months from now, and then it might happen like 8 months from then it might happen like another 8 months from then. So if you don't get the two secret weapons and complete the two secret quests this event, you can just do it the next one. And there's no rush, right? The only problem that you might encounter is that if you don't complete the quest this event and get the items this event, you'll have to wait for quite a while before it happens again. But it will happen again, and you'll be able to get it again. You just have to wait, and I think that's really, really great with a game like Robots vs. Humans. Because, for example, Tower Defense Simulator, which is a game I also really like, also does events frequently, right? But in Tower Defense Simulator, once they do an event, that event never ever comes back. So, like, for example, if you're a new player and you join Tower Defense Simulator right now, like 50 to 60% of the game's content will just be forever unavailable to you, right? Meanwhile, in RVH, if you join whenever, you just have to wait until the event comes around again. You'll be able to get all the items you want. But yeah, those are all the secret weapons. Yeah, the only other slightly more minor thing that I really like about Robots vs. Humans is the fact that they sell a lot of Game Pass items, right? Like they sell a lot of like special armor packs that you can get for Robux, like the VIP armor set or the Super VIP armor set or like the Ultra VIP armor set or all that stuff, right? However, if you don't have the money to buy all of these armor sets, there's something in the game called Prestige. And to be fair, take everything that I'm about to say with a grain of salt, because I just like vaguely heard about this feature through the developer of the game. But there's a feature in the game called Prestige, and once you reach level 50 in the game, you can Prestige. And once you do that, you can grind out something called Prestige tokens, which you can use to get all the Game Pass items for free. I'm not sure if it's all of them or just most of them, but I know that you can get like Wood Rigging for free, for example. Or you can get like a bunch of the VIP armor sets for free, for example. And you can get like a bunch of these other like paid Roblox items for free if you just grind up to level 50 in Prestige and all that. The only problem is that getting to level 50 is pretty difficult in this game. So if you have time to grind a bunch, then you can just grind a bunch and get these items for free. And if you don't have time to grind a bunch, then you can just like spend some Robux on them and just buy them straight up. But yeah. These are all, I think I pretty much just straight up listed every single reason why I think this game is really, really fun and really, really good. Compared to, both all the other Built to Survive games, but also compared to, like, most of the other games on the Roblox platform, right? I think Roblox has been running, like, pretty dry when it comes to games recently, and, this game, despite being a Built to Survive game, is really revolutionizing the genre of Built to Survive games. And it's been really, really, really fun to play. And getting all the secret items, getting to that prestige level, unlocking new blocks, it's all been really, really fun. And I'm going to play a hell of a lot more of it. And I hope you guys do too. Because the link to the game is down in the description below. And it's also in the pinned comments. So if you want to go play, just go ahead. And yeah, that's all I have to say for this video. That's everything. See you later, guys. Goodbye.